Hello and welcome to Polychromatic Alliance, a game of mass intersectionality. I am your MC and facilitator, Ferret, also known as Sawyer. I use any pronouns, so you can't misgender me. Haha, beat you. And I am playing with four wonderful people, mostly plucked from the Gauntlet, and Sydney, my longest running RPG buddy and best friend. So we shall go around the table and talk about what happened last issue, because to you it may be like no time has passed, but for us, things have happened and it's been a while. So let's start in the reverse order of my screen. So David, who is playing Victor slash Void, what do you remember happening last session?
It has been a while, so I'm trying to think if episodes are running together in my head. But I believe that last time Victor went on a date with Blue Rose, and we ended up breaking into one of the many corporations that we currently have beef with. The ones who have the teleporter thingy in the basement. Is that Solomon Industries? Yeah, good. I knew all the pieces were there.
Okay, and I believe you also got the help of the Dead End Queens at the end to help you take on Solomon Industries.
Indeed, yes, yeah.
And seeing as someone has notes, Sunny, played by Sabine, will you go? Wow, several people have notes. Yay!
Yeah, well, I can read my notes and try to say what I remember. So Sunny talked to their mom, Andromache, about going off and saving people, where her mom was training with Hydras, and somehow their mom was making out that Sunny was the irresponsible one, and well, Sunny threw that in their mother's face, and then raced off to, I don't know, go do things, save people. Yeah. And in the meantime, I think Alan was busy with Professor Henry, his mentor, who was poisoned and had this poison ring, but he saved her together with Hollow, I think. And then she was at her house, and Hollow isolated the house. I remember that. I'm not reading from my notes, so that's just what I remember. And then we talked to her, and she told us all kinds of things about the murder cats. And we also learned that Loki was interested in the murder cats as well, but we knew that already because Tina had been after Deimos, I think. Phobos, Deimos. Which one is ours? Deimos is ours.
Deimos. No, Deimos is in the... Correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy. Deimos is in the American Empire. Phobos is in ours.
Yep, we already beat Phobos. Deimos is running amok with Hollow's poem dimension.
Okay, cool. So, and exactly, and then then we went to the survivalists shelter, which was a super villain who had run off because he wanted to survive the coming apocalypse, and being near a city didn't seem all that intelligent to him. So yeah, we used the shelter. That's kind of a nice place if you like big weapons and tasteless cookies. So yeah, well, okay, and then what we did, right, and then Alan and Hollow went into Aeon to steal a power dampening color for Deimos, and Alan was accompanying him, but Hollow kind of left him behind because it was taking too long. And anyway,
I just ran interference. That was all I did.
yeah, but you did that well, I'm sure. And Vic had a sweet date with Blue Rose and Ilya at this Russian restaurant. And at the end, we had a long talk about what we were going to do, and then we decided we would go to the American Empire because we learned that Solomon Industries had a portal in their basement, kind of, or in some sort of lab that's probably in the basement. And then Yeah, and then we had a long talk, and Hollow was a bit undecided if he wanted to even come with us and leave the American Empire. But what we all agreed on was at least that Deimos had to come back, and maybe we had to kind of tame him or make him a nicer being, something like that, I think. At least take him away from the American Empire and from Hollow, because we don't want Deimos to kill Hollow. Right, and also we went then out to recruit some people to come with us to the American Empire, or at least to Solomon Industries, because we have to go in there, and we were in there before, and now we can't go in there like sneaky. So we'll probably run into problems. And that was Victor who recruited the Dead End Queens to help us get into the basement where the portal is. And then Sonny recruited Tina, Loki's daughter, probably a very wise choice, and that will never ever bite us in the ass. But Tina's so cute, and she agreed to come with us and help us.
Well, that's a good recap. Does anyone have anything else to add to that?
No, not really. Hollow mostly. He helped out with Alan trying to rescue the professor, and then everybody else went off on recruitment drives, and he was kind of twiddling his thumbs, waiting for shit to go down. And then when he finally had the chance to break in, get the collar, do something productive, he just went into full overdrive and just smash and grabbed.
I imagine long, comic panels of brooding about the problems in between of Hollow, like lots of thought bubbles and in-text, in-panel speech kind of.
Yes. Well, he's just like incongruously sitting in the middle of like all of like these fucking flamboyant costumes and birds flapping around and just like the most goofy, cheerful situation imaginable.
Like also that Ketzel is in the background, like making tea and cookies or something, like just being very, like not getting the note of like Hollow looks like very serious, like all this beautiful stuff around in this splash page.
Yeah, and then Ketzel's like, "Hey, do you want to help me bake these cookies?" And then Hollow's like, "Yes." Yes, I do.
And did Null and Alan have anything else to say?
Just that I imagine this is the point where we're like into the Spider-Verse and we're about to do our mission on the particle accelerator.
Okay, so all four of you are on top of a building, you jump off together, that song hits. Okay, well, I think we will start with the issue, Polychromatic Alliance, the final issue? ? And I think it's actually let's help describe this cover for everyone. So Hollow, I think like there is a the portal that Solomon Industries will have. We've not seen it yet, but like excepting Professor Henry's flashbacks or talk panels. And I think what is Hollow doing in front of or to this portal?
I think there is like a weird like we caught him in like a glitch moment where like his projection is a little bit like shaky, and like half of it is like his actual costume and half of it is just like him as like a scared kid turning to a corner and like reacting to something that isn't there in the panel that the others can't see.
Ooh. Sunny, what is Sunny or Artemis doing on this cover?
I think Sunny or Artemis, but I think it's pretty clear that this is mostly Sunny because they're not wearing the Artemis clothing yet, the costume. They just have a bow in their head, and it's not Artemis's bow. It's quite a normal bow because actually Sonny isn't too sure if Artemis is still choosing them in the other reality. Who knows? So They brought their own bow just in case, just in case the powers fail. So they look pretty businesslike, but also rather kind of like, yeah, I'm pumped, I'm confident, I'm going to do this. And Tina is there as well, standing behind Sunny, either to push her forward or to shove her forward. It's not all that clear.
And of course, the deadly duo, the Brothers Grimm. What are Null and Void doing?
What are we doing, Victor?
So I think like there's a Victor is sort of stood by the portal, and like there's like the weird swirly roiling energy stuff that portals always create for some reason. And it's just kind of, there's just like a strand of it. He's sort of reaching out his hand, and there's just a strand of this weird stuff, this weird energy coming and wrapping itself around his hand.
I think very much Alan slaps your hand away. It's like, damn, what are you doing, man? Like, careful.
And I think like the cover is no pun intended holographic, and if you like open it a bit, like the Deimos will be like jumping out of the portal. And so we turn the page, and I think it is surprisingly. Let's be at Professor Henry. No, Professor Henry's not at our house anymore. So we're going to be. I think everyone's going to be like giving like their final goodbyes, perhaps, or like we're going into a mission. We're going into battle. We got to get like some kind of closure. But we're at the Garcia household, the apartment. And of course, even though Abuela's there, so are the parents that are so stuck on taking Alan and Victor out of the city because the heroics have just gotten out of hand lately. So, Alan, you've already know that your parents are in town, and you've met with them, and that went over perfectly, I must say. Like no drama, no tension at all. So, are you the first one entering the apartment, or is Victor the first one entering the apartment?
I'd like to suggest that we're together.
Oh no, like first, like you're both there, but like which one's like opening the door first?
You know what? I'll let Victor go first, because they haven't seen their baby boy.
Yeah, so Victor opens the door, and you see your parents, and I think Abuela's not crying, but she does seem kind of distressed, like she's not sure what to do. We have that sort of watery eye thing going on as she's listening to the parents talk, and then she looks up, and then like as soon as like we see like one panel of Victor's face, and we cut back to Abuela, and now it's like the bright, cheery grandma we're so used to. Oh, you're home. I was afraid that something had happened to you. It's late. And the parents turn. What do you do, Victor?
Oh, hi, Mum, Dad. I heard you in town. I was planning to come and see you. I'm glad you're here. And obviously, it's being the same evening. Victor is still in his. I'm not going to say inappropriate, but certainly like gothy and slightly revealing outfit he wore to the date. Yeah, there probably is still just the very very faint hint of vodka on his breath as he comes in.
And do your parents approve of your sexuality?
I don't think they have a problem with that. They may have a problem with how he chooses to express it, and yeah.
Okay. Like the parents that just have a problem with how their kids dress. That weird.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a. I don't want it to be necessarily a homophobic thing. It's more just why can't you do
Why are you staying up past 10?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an open-minded conservatism.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And so I think your mother gets up and comes over to hug you, and does that parental thing, shows some love. Then she pulls back. Is this from Hot Topic? I don't like you shopping there.
I know my son. He's gonna like quickly actually then sort of remember and start like pull out like a tissue from somewhere and start like dabbing at his because I think he has probably got some like dark lipstick on as well, which is slightly smudged. It's
smudged, and there's a bit of blue mixed in there.
Yeah.
And I think the dad is just like eyes focused on Alan as Alan like steps in behind Victor, and it's like, well, you're finally showing. It's like, I guess you're not watching after your brother if you're gonna let him go out like this. You do need us. We can take you somewhere where you won't have to dress like this, where you're back home at a good hour.
I mean, we could be somewhere where we're doing what we want to do as well. And I think Alan sort of just like brushes past his dad and kisses his grandma on the head.
Yeah, I think your abuela just hugs you, and the father is her son, right?
Yeah.
And I think she just looks at the dad. Paolo, you know better than to talk to Alan that way. Alan's a good, sweet, gentle boy. He would never allow anything to happen to his brother, and I think she's shifting your labels.
That's fine. I'll accept that from my abuela.
And I think she is shifting your mundane up and your danger down.
Okay. I mean, I think I'd just be like, yeah, Dad, some of us care.
And I think the mother turns back and is like, well, we care about you both. That's why we're here. That's why we're facing our fears in this horrible city to come get you.
Yeah, so that we can give in to your fears and we can run away.
Ooh. I wish this had a shutdown mechanic outside of that star's move.
I mean,
I feel like this is provoke.
Yeah, it sounds like provoking.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm trying to be provoking, whether that's mechanically or not is
I'm just so used to Monster Hearts and shutting people down, but yeah. Are you provoking him? Are you provoking her to like see your point of view, I guess?
Yeah,
or at least
think so,
appreciate it, not not downplay it.
Yes, I suppose so. Let's see what the options are from provoke. Provoke is plus superior, and I am 1 superior, so that's an 8. I would like perhaps for gaining influence over them.
Oh no, I choose on the provoke.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah, so oh, I think he's going to err and give you a critical opportunity. It's like, look, just because we're here on we got Solomon Industries to give us time off to come get you, and we're going to take you to their newest location. We'll put like a outside Gauntlet City's sister city. That has that's actually known as Golarion. So, and Golarion Park is a great place. It's full of wonderful people, and Solomon Industries is expanding out there. There's been trouble at the newest place, and I think like that's when you see he puts his head down and his ID badge comes out, and that's when you realize your mom's ID badge is on the table, and you can maybe pocket it. That can help you in this. I mean, it's still active.
So do my parents work for Solomon Industries now?
They work for a branch of Solomon Industries.
Oh, cool. I like that twist. Yeah, I think Alan will try and drop, some stuff on top of it and then pick it all up as he sort of is like, I don't want to work for Solomon Industries. I don't want to go anywhere near Solomon Industries. I want to stay here in Gauntlet City and, with Abuela and where we've been, where our home is.
Yeah, I think your dad's getting tired, and then your abuela looks over at Victor. Victor, what do you want?
Yeah, I want to stay here. I I miss you, Mum, Dad. And I'm glad to get the chance to see you again, but I don't want to leave the city. Everything I need's here. The skating team and my friends. I don't want to move out to somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
It's not the middle of nowhere. It's even though it's named after a park, it's pretty big and well, we'll talk about this later. We know we're not going to change your mind tonight, but we'll come back tomorrow and the next day and the next until we get you to go.
Is this a night of our mission? Or
Oh no, it's not the night of your mission. It's
Okay.
it's like a few day. I think like a day or two before.
because I was wondering if it was the night of the mission, it's going to be like, right, we're back late. Bye again, guys.
But yeah, I think I will. I think I will say though. I think I'll say, yeah, no, that's cool. But we've got that thing, and I'll kind of do the fingers at Alan. That away day thing that Alan got me onto with his internship.
yeah, the thing. We need to do the thing.
An internship? Where are you interning at, son?
Oh, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, but it,
Oh no, they're talking to Alan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Aeon?
I think like your mother gasps. But Aeon is the rival company to Solomon Industries. You
I mean,
really
you don't
hate
know-
us,
you don't-
don't you?
You don't know this?
And I think like that's when your dad says, mom says that if we want to understand your business, we're to go through you, and you've not been talking to us.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, with that attitude, maybe it is for the best. Well,
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
yeah, I think they're going to. The mom's going to be kind of sad. The dad's going to be gruff and aggressive. They're going to leave, and that's when your grandma will like pull you both together. Kiss out on the cheek. It's okay. You did well by not yelling, and she'll kiss Victor on the cheek. You don't look like a hussy. You look cute. How did your date go?
You look a bit like a hussy. But in a good way.
I mean, that was kind of the look I was going for, but no, it was great. Thanks.
And I think she like dabs like a handkerchief on your lips to get the blue lipstick off. Oh, you got one that has your interests. I'll have to meet him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know if it's going to be like a long-term thing or not, but it was nice.
Long term or not, he can come over, have some milanesa, have some. I'll give him a choice. I'll give you a choice to take to him, and I'll cook whatever he wants.
Thanks, Abuela.
Now, you guys go get some rest. Go do what you need to do. Go wash up. I was a wild child in my day. I know how makeup acts if you keep it on your face overnight. Yeah, then I want to know. I think that'll be like the end of that cute scene. And Sonny, what are you doing tonight? Are you going home?
Actually, I was thinking we were starting the mission today, so I'm a bit at a loose end.
Oh,
Um,
we're gonna. I think if you want, we can cut to like the mission start.
no,
instead
it's okay because that was what Sunny was thinking, and then they realized, oh no, now I have to go home and either talk to my mom after my dramatic, not entrance, but the exit after my dramatic exit, which is would kind of defeat the purpose. But she knows I'm on a mission, right? So I can stay at Quetzalcoatl's, maybe at the
Drama Dome.
at the Drama Dome, and maybe go out with Tina, or just go out and maybe spend the day with practicing with a bow. But that's not really easy because I've always, since I've been chosen by Artemis at my 12th birthday, I had giant strength, and I think maybe if I don't, then maybe I couldn't even pull that bow. So I have to do something a bit more mundane, try to, I don't know, figure out how to do things when I'm not the chosen of Artemis, which is pretty hard because I've been that for a long time, like 3 years or 4. Let's say 4, but still.
Okay, so I like to imagine like you're at the this back alley of the Drama Dome, which is still for like an alley in the Drama Dome. It's very flamboyant. Like there's a like pink glitter graffiti that just says "Butter Panda" and have a nice day and keep your chin up. Like positive graffiti messages everywhere, and like the most flamboyant font.
It's a good idea to talk maybe to Quetzalcoatl because he's an adult and he's not kind of family.
Oh,
and I imagine I kind of trust him.
Yeah. Yeah,
so maybe I can talk to him about that because I mean I really want some kind of advice, but I can't go to my mom or grandma because I mean, come on, this is the legacy. We've always been chosen.
True. Yeah. So you're gonna find Quetzalcoatl in the Drama Dome. I think he's in his chosen room, which was like the starlet or star of choice's main dressing room, which is of course huge because they need the most space. And if you're dressing in a room, of course you need like 20 by 20 feet.
Okay.
And,
sure, why not?
And but he's like, I think you come in, or will you knock, or how do you?
Sure, I mean, I don't barge in on in people's dressing rooms when there's a grown adult in there. Come on, no, I'm knocking.
And you knock, you hear this pause of some kind of telenovela as a Passions de la Passions on Kickstarter, and Quetzalcoatl will open the door, and of course he's in like this robe, but it looks like maybe what people would imagine like a Roman robe. It's fluffy, it's gilded, it is showy like Quetzal usually is. Oh, Sunny,
the Emperor, I guess.
Hello, Sunny.
Hey, can I talk to you like for a bit?
Of course.
Problem, or maybe not, but I need someone to talk to, and I don't know. I'll just say it, right? We will go to the American Empire and go hunting for that big mean cat and all that. But this is, I mean, this is a different reality, right? This is a different dimension or whatever. Right?
It is. It is.
Okay, so I've been chosen by Artemis in this reality, and if I go to another one, am I still chosen? Or am I just a normal person?
That is a good question. I do not know if my powers would extend out there, so I don't know if Artemis's would as well. Though I think if you're a conduit of Artemis's power, it should still be able to conduct the power in the other realm.
Oh, cool.
If not, though, if there is some kind of error, I could lend you some of mine.
Could you really? I mean, would I mean, I don't. Wow. Okay. Choices, I guess. Yeah. I mean, cool.
Do you want it as a backup just in case?
Yeah, sure.
And I think he like goes in, like leads you into the dressing room, and he, like it has movie posters from all different eras of movies, and I think there's even a signed picture from Marilyn Monroe, thanks handsome kind of thing. And he gets to his like this dresser and pulls out this tiny little chest, like a little treasure chest, but handheld. Opens it up, and inside is a necklace with the feathered serpent on it. And he offers it out to you.
I'll take it. I mean, basically, he's our Professor X, and if I don't trust him, then
yeah, and you can feel the power radiating through this. So, if you would like, you can like this can be treated as like that outsider or other playbooks move. If you have this item, it can give you an ability. Like you activate it, you have that ability for a scene.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so if there is like a failed move, and like I decide like to remove your powers, you can have another one, so to speak, I guess. Or if the American Empire does, you have a backup.
And I like having a backup.
And I think Ketzel, if you allow it, he'll put the necklace on you.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
And he then grins like, you're very lucky. You were chosen by Artemis, and you were chosen by me to be on this team. The gods of this world see much potential in you, Sonny. You're an amazing person.
Well, okay. Thanks, I guess.
Just be careful. Someone like you needs to come back. You're making this world a better place. I think he may be shifting your labels.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm not refusing it. That would be weird now.
I think it is, because he's giving you this necklace, I think it'll be freak up, mundane down.
Cool, okay. Fine. Yeah, that kind of fits. I will. Hey, once we're going there, I mean, can I borrow a hat? If I'm chosen by you, I should have a hat, right? With a feather.
Of course! I have so many. Do you want osprey? Do you want condor? Do you want peacock? He just I think he throws open this hat with the chest. Like there's all these hats inside of different types.
And I think we'll spend a while choosing the perfect hat for the incursion into the American Empire.
Yeah. And Hollow, your last scene before we go on the mission. What is Hollow doing?
I think he sent out a message to his American Empire diaspora, basically. June's been kind of sending encoded signals of here's where we're going to meet. And I think the thing that he does is he just goes home and just kind of sets himself up in his sanctuary and just does a big fucking radio broadcast. And it's not him talking, it's just him playing just his favorite music because he knows everybody's going to be on high nerves. Something big's going to happen. We're going to play fucking Red Rover with Deimos trying to get into this other dimension that we know nothing about except that they sent this murder cat to us. And hopefully we're going to have a better life. And so I imagine everybody sitting in their own little bunkers all around the Rocky Mountains is just as anxious and stressed out as he is, or not, if not more. So I think he just kind of turns off his hologram and just kind of sits there as a real person blasting out tunes. And I think he sets it up so that when it's go time, the song that's going to play is "We'll Meet Again," which is which is a real Earth. It was an Earth song. It's thematically appropriate, and it's the one that's actually from the new dimension. So that's going to be the signal to go.
Yeah. So I think the next scene will be it just says 2 days later. And I think we have everyone in their outfits for, the superhero outfits, and Hollow in his perfect hologram. And the dead end queens are. Well, first off, are we on our typical rooftop vantage point in front of Solomon Industries or around Solomon Industries?
I feel like we have to be, really, for old time's sake.
Yeah.
And
It's the only hiding spot big enough for all the friends we brought with us.
Yeah, I think that's when like you see this like stealth no, not a stealth wyvern, but like maybe a phoenix or something land on the roof. Cryptid slowly turns back into her human self, and all the others climb off. They're all in their outfits. Blue Rose in his spectacular blue armor, and Junji actually in a Susanoo like specialized costume from his old yokai days. And that's when there's this sort of like crack of like, ha ha! And with that bit of laughter, Tina teleports into the arena or the roof, and she's dressed, I think, sort of like Loki from the Marvel universe. She has like this cape on, this headband with these not those like horns that Loki has, but maybe like a symbol on them of some kind. And but she looks more regal than she does normally. And they walk over to the group. Tina waving at Sunny. Ilya kind of like, usually he's brusque and ready to go and challenging and speaking. Like, he looks over at Void, and even though Void's in like full costume, it still blushes a little bit and does like this little kind of scared wave, like not sure how the date went.
Yeah, and Void will blow a kiss in his direction.
Okay, yeah. Now he's ready for battle. And so I think a Cryptid walks up to you all and looks down at Solomon Industries. Okay. Just give us a signal and we'll start this assault, unless you want to do a soft walk-in.
Do we have the opportunity of a soft walk-in?
I don't know. Do you maybe guys want to assess the situation, one of you?
I mean, sure. Let's go and assess. You want to do it?
I have.
It's rolling with superior, so
I do have straight up creeping.
Ooh, let's straight up creep then. And your mundane should be 3, so
yep.
Let me move that and move your danger down.
But it's good that it's a 3 because it's 5, so that's an 8.
Okay.
What's our best way in?
Okay, is that as the team or as like the entire group?
I kind of imagine this as us sort of like getting to the portal while they either distracted or held off, like Solomon Industries.
Your best way in is to utilize your mother's key card to like quickly get through the levels before they shut anything down, leaving behind the members who decided to will be your distraction at every level to prevent people from coming back after you.
Sure. In hindsight, I'm thinking it's a terrible idea to use my mother's security card for all of these things. But, yeah, definitely the most effective way of getting in.
It's effective. I didn't say it was going to be the safest way.
Oh, yeah. I'm more thinking about, where did you lose your card? Mm-hmm. But, yes, desperate times, desperate measures.
Team logic, it'll be fine.
Yes, yeah, it'll all be fine.
It's not like your parents will find out you're superheroes now and be very scared.
Yeah, or not like Solomon Industries will fire my parents or anything like that.
Or bring them in for testing.
Ooh, yeah, all kinds of things. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's the plan, I guess. Unless anyone has any other ideas.
Oh, I like that plan. Let's go in.
Can I still portal in?
You can portal in, but you cannot portal out.
I can't portal out. And I imagine they would have had some kind of security system. So, like, as soon as I do that, I'm in a fight.
Like it's basically like you know how like a lot of these companies have that thing that make you a hard light projection. It'd be like that, but alarms would go off as well. So yeah, I think like you guys can like go in as like a tour group. Like it would be kind of odd as like you're all in costume, but I think like the best. Oh no, there has to be like some kind of like back interest this card will get you in. That's not really monitored. So,
Rooftop.
yeah.
Rooftop entrance again.
If we're trying to organize everybody as a tour group, I know I've done like projections over other people before to give them costumes, but I feel like doing it for the whole team would be an adult level move, which I can do.
I was about to say, do you want to bolster yourself?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm going hard on this one.
Okay. Roll that freak.
So let's do that then. As soon as I figure out where roll your party is. There we go.
Yeah.
Why are you not behaving? There we go. Okay, so that's a 7 plus 2, so 9.
Does anyone want to spend team to you have one team right now?
I feel like we're going into battle.
Yeah.
I would love to spend team, but I don't think I know how to pay help.
Oh, support Hollow morally.
Yay, okay. Sure, you can do this. Come on. You have always been able to do the most. I mean, you can project yourself across dimensions. How hard can that be? Come on.
Hollow cranks it up to 11.
All right. So I think, actually, I just need to neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now, and that's the security system.
Yeah. You guys are in the first floor. I think you get to like you have this hologram over them all. Are you like you want to like look like a normal tour group or just look invisible or how? Like in the
I think it's probably the easiest if they're all invisible, if I can get away with that.
Yeah, you can get away with just refract. Like this could be holographs of like refracting light and everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So you get you all are inside. I think like the rest of the team, like even Tina's like kind of impressed by this. Walking by people, she'll like look at a security guard. This is amazing. I've got to learn how to do this.
Stop moving. Yeah, and just like Hollow's just like constantly like looking at everybody and correcting course for every time like they shift positions and stuff like that.
Yes.
I mean, I can help with that as well. I mean, I have lots of younger cousins, so shepherding people, shoving people to go where they should.
Oh yeah, that's definitely how Sunny is actually helping. Is just like being the fucking kindergarten teacher, just getting everybody to fucking behave.
Yeah, stop doing that. Keep coming on. No, leave the heel. We can get you another one. So you guys easily get to the front, like the first door with this key card, and I think like Crypt is a bit interested. Like, wow, this is nice. I don't even have to fight people off yet. We can do this really well. Ooh, did you get 2 options from the adult move of let me check. Yeah, on the hit, you got 10 plus, you get to choose 2. You're muted, Sydney.
So yeah, I think the only thing that's like vulnerable to us right now is like the initiative.
Yeah.
Of like something's gonna eventually crack, but we're gonna have time to make the first move.
Yeah, so I would say like this is you guys going into battle against a powerful foe, Solomon Industries. So I will add 2 team to the pool. I'll add Hollow's team right now since Hollow seems to be doing well. Who do we think is the leader of this attack?
It's apparently Hollow because he's leading us into invisibility.
Hollow, do you have influence over everyone? You're muted still, don't forget.
That depends if the NPCs count.
No, they do not. Just your
Okay,
team.
then we're good.
That's another team. What is your mission here? What is your plan? Which is, I guess, get to the American Empire and get people out.
Hollow's mission is to rescue his friends.
Yeah. Does that sound like everyone else? Which I would assume that Hollow is your friend if you include Hollow in that.
Yeah, but we don't know about his friends. At least I don't. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hollow's priority is rescuing everybody else from the American Empire. He's not particularly focused on himself.
Although I guess this is more getting through to the portal itself, so, and I think we're probably fairly united on that part of the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that team then. And does anyone mistrust Hollow? I'll assume not at this point, but yeah. And you are definitely not ill prepared. You are taking this by the neck. So yeah, we have 4 team going into this.
Okay, bring it.
So you get to the door. I think Null can slide the key card. The first doors, like the major like elevator open. We all get in. Like everyone's kind of cramped and going down, and then I think the elevator doors open to the second floor, and we will see what happens when we come back from our first break. Let's be back at 5 after the hour.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is going so well. I hope it keeps going well. Unlike my maths game on Thursday, where the brain got almost 2 advances. And I think you've just given Tina her new catchphrase, Sabine.
Tina's in the arena.
Yeah, Tina in the arena.
Yeah, well, it's better than whatever the catchphrase of her siblings was. I forget.
It's because it's so long and baroque. That's why you keep forgetting. They have, even if they say it every time.
It's a full ass fucking poem.
I mean, I like poems, but that's not. I mean, that's not a good poem.
It's battle cry, not battle poem.
I feel if one of my siblings was chosen by Apollo, it might be a battle poem for them as well. But we're Amazons, so Apollo doesn't choose us, which is maybe all for the better.
Is Tina maybe a scald?
Very much so, could be. Yeah, so welcome back, everyone. So I think, the elevator opens up and we see, some security guards down at this level, some workers, scientists, just like the lab coat types. And I think here is yeah, she's the one. Her Kennings are just new animal names on the line, and we will. Does the illusion? Does your hologram fade at this point, Hollow, or do you think you can try and maintain it?
I feel like it's definitely flickering at this point. If we took like a whole elevator ride down.
Yeah. So I think it flickers, and then Junji steps out and raises his hand, and it becomes Silent Hill very quickly in here as fog just emanates from his hands. But sadly, he is not Storm. He does not give a very amazing cry as he makes the fog appear. But as like people start, what is this, huh? We're under attack. Sound the alarm. He looks back. I've got this. Go now. What do you do?
Right. What do we roll to go now?
Oh, you just have to run. Just tell me that narratively you're moving. So yeah, as you're running through the place, I think he like creates this like bubble of air around you. So like you can get through the fog, and as you have like a at least 10 feet field of vision around you, but other people will be like not sucked up into the air bubble. But if you run past them, they will see you. The alarm sounds. People like guards are coming into this this floor, and you hear what sounds like thunder emanating from behind you as you find the third elevator. Key card swipes, doors open. You head down to the next level. This time there are guards standing down there, and I think unlike the 90s X-Men comics, unlike everything else, they start like just opening fire on you when Cryptid turns into a golem, slings her arm in front of you, just takes all the bullets, begins charging out at these people, giving you guys more time. And I think, every level you go down, one of the dead-end queens takes it upon themselves to give you more and more time until you get down to the level where the portal to the American Empire is, and all that's left of your valiant team is Blue Rose, Tina the Terrible, and yourselves. And I think as you guys are leaving the elevator this time, Blue Rose places his hand on Void's shoulder. This is where I must make my stand. Please come back. I will do my best to be here when you get back.
I'm not planning on sticking around there longer than we need to. No offense to yourself, Hello. We'll be back. Don't worry about us, but don't stick around longer than you need to either, right?
Yeah, I think he pulls out from like do like a sleight of hand thing where he pulls out a literal blue rose and hands it to you, just in case. And then he turns around, scores the ground with his sword, marking this line in the ground, and prepares to make his final stand as Tina looks at Sunny. That's kind of romantic, isn't it?
Yeah, and Sunny is looking at Blue Rose as he's leaving, and looks at Void and says, "Hey, I can see why you dig him."
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then Tina's like, "Well, I think it's time to get our. I think you guys like run deeper into this part of the level. You find the room with the huge portal that's turned off at the moment, and Tina cracks her knuckles. Okay, Tina's in the arena. Time to get our newest ally here." And she raises her hand, begins like chanting in Old Norse, and summons Professor Henry from the hideout to work the portal for us. And I think like that's when she turned, like, you hear guards outside running towards the door. The alarm is still going on, and Tina turns and points a hand at the door. Illusion magic tricks it to make it look like it's just a full wall. And she smiles at Sunny. "I've got this side of the portal. Good luck."
Thank you. To you too. Be careful.
You've got to come back. We've got to meet my parent. Thank Dad for that.
Okay. Mother God. Oh my. Okay, let's go then.
Yeah, I think.
And I think I give her a quick kiss, and then we can go, just for like sorry sake.
Okay, so if Hollow wanted to override the security mechanisms that keep his sanctuary from projecting him only into the other dimension, that would probably be a sanctuary thing, or would that be something he could do from the portal?
What do you mean by over? Like,
to make his powers work on the other side, because currently they don't. It only projects into this dimension.
I think like we've established that your powers come from like the relics you have in your sanctuary, or am I incorrect with that?
No, it's the whole sanctuary itself, like the whole base has a built-in projector.
Oh,
that's like a war machine that they built for fighting interdimensionally. It's like a drone operator's base.
Yeah, I think you could build one of those in this in our realm. Like, it would just take you a while to rebuild a sanctuary.
Okay, I'm just like, should I roll sanctuary or should I roll alien technology? Is basically what I'm asking.
What technology?
Alien technology. When you alter a human device with your alien technology, roll plus freak. On a hit, you create a device that can do something impossible once and then fizzles.
Yep, do that.
Okay.
I did not know you had that move.
Okay. So yeah, I think he kind of like pushes Henry like to the side a little bit and is like, hold on, we also got to see if we can override the security system from the Earth dimension. If we can get it to misread the coordinates, I might be able to transfer my hologram to the other side. So that's a 13.
Yeah, it'll do it.
It'll do it once.
Or does it do it twice, or works exceptionally well?
Let's say it works exceptionally well.
Okay, I think exceptionally well. Choose either one doom sign to be able to use once without marking doom, or choose an additional doomed ability to have for this scene.
Okay. So the only one left is visions.
No, doomed ability, like not telekinesis, psychic constructs, things like that.
Okay. Gotcha. Means I have to pull it up. Anyways, if anybody else has something they want to do in the meantime.
I think Professor Henry is going over to like activating the portal to get you all like in the American Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is superhuman speed and strength, so that seems like the obvious one. He's just overclocked.
Yeah.
I feel like is there anything more we can do, or is it just a case of like, now go, and we dive through the portal to the American Empire?
I think this is definitely like the now go position.
Yeah, as lightning crackles and Professor Henry's hair stands on end, and yeah, you can hear the fighting up in the distance.
I will take a picture of this.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Kina also had to summon the Phobos, the Deimos collar that you guys that Hollow stole.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, I like to imagine, like, Sunny's Artemis is taking the picture. Hollow is overclocking. Void and Null and Void are like grabbing the ends of this collar, like diving into the portal first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so you guys end up at the American Empire, and this play, like the place you end up is just imagine like if you've seen any of those movies where like someone's testing a nuclear bomb. It's that flat desert environment with like sparse plants, maybe like a house that's been demolished years ago. Like it is just scrub land and miles of it from most places, and there seems to be yeah, thank you, a few buildings that have been rebuilt, but they're like shanty buildings. They don't look that great. There may be people in them, but they wouldn't like. You're surprised they'd survive a stiff breeze, much less another war. And I think are these the coordinates that you sent to your people, Hollow?
Yep, this is where I told them to meet. I told them to hold off like a ways away from the portal, just in case there was fighting that happened immediately here, and then we would try to send them an all clear whenever we could, or at least try to build them an opening to run for it.
Oh yeah, and David, I think Victor just hit one of his drives.
Yes, indeed, because I couldn't resist getting that cheap shot in, as I have taken one of my drives that I've taken is travel to an incredible place or time, because
I think you may also have well, I don't know if you want to pull it off the ridiculous stunt of helping break into an insane security. It seems like that was more like the Dead End Queens and Tina.
And we didn't really get into any detail in it, so no, I think I'll save that one for now.
Yep, I think with Hollow's overclocking and like lowering of the sanctuary barriers to like leave. Am I correct? You're doing that, Hollow?
Basically, I have like a huge fuck off transmitter at my sanctuary that projects me wherever I need to go. So I just cheated the limiters on my transmitter, basically, that normally would prevent it from being used in this dimension to project locally. So I basically just jailbroke my sanctuary a little bit so that I can actually be present in the fight.
Yeah, and I think with as you guys emerge, you hear Hollow hears a familiar voice. And who is it that has mainly been hunting you outside of Deimos and the American Empire, Hollow?
Probably Max. He was a fellow cadet with me, like right before before Hollow ran off. We used to be like friends, but I just got so frustrated with like all of the macho bullshit that he was pulling constantly, and the constant fighting and arguing over who was best and who the girls liked and all this shit. And I eventually just kind of like shouted at him and just like, why does this matter? Why does any of this matter? Why are you fighting? And he's like, well, it doesn't matter to you because you're going to die alone.
Oh, yeah. So I think there is like, of course, that like off panel that clap, and you see Max with a cadre of American Empire soldiers. But that's not really what worries you. Max is foolhardy, hard-headed, easy to manipulate. When this many American Empire soldiers gather, it's usually a target for Deimos, as his programming is to break up the American Empire and take it over. So they're risking a lot to come after you and your friends. A lot which may be damaging to everyone. But what do you do as you see Max coming towards you, leading a unit of commandos?
So being first boy worked out for you.
I've gone up the ladder quite a bit. All the girls like me now.
Congratulations, A+ in bootlicking.
Well, it's may have been a bit of brown nosing too, but it gets you where you need to go instead of out in a hovel somewhere where we can't find you. But enough work and we found you anyway. And he like looks over, I think like at this bunker, like your people are hidden, or at least what's important to you. Didn't know you actually had anything important.
I'm a simple dude.
You're a simpleton. And I think like that's when. Go ahead if anyone wants to chime in.
I want to just ask. Excuse me. Is this a friend and you're just bullshitting each other with toxic masculinity, or is this a bad guy?
Both.
Oh, okay. So can we hit?
Yeah,
do we have to hit him?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
We can hit him.
Okay.
I feel like I should roll to provoke. I feel like that's what I was doing.
Yes, roll to provoke. This can't go wrong for you.
Oh yeah, no, because Hollow is such an amazing smack talker. So I'm pretty sure that's a 6.
No, you have. That's a. Oh yeah, that is a 6 because you got a 7.
Yep.
We do have 14, unless you want to. Unless you don't want to be boosted.
No.
I mean, I could help. I mean, if this banter between us would provoke him even further, if that's okay with you.
No, I'm fine with Hollow just being bad at smack talk. I feel like that's extremely in character for Hollow.
I know exactly what hard move to pull. I think, Max laughs, but the laughter is drowned out by a robotic, angry roar as Deimos emerges over a hill, drawn by the conglomeration of humans. And I think Max actually looks scared now.
And I think at that point, Void's just going to say, well, if the two of you are done flirting, I'll take these guys out. The rest of you deal with the cat, yeah? And he's just going to leap forward at that point. Just go to punch Max square in the face.
Yeah. Roll to directly engage toxic masculinity.
And that's foolhardy action, isn't it?
I'm hoping so.
Sounds like it's very foolhardy.
I'm also, if I can find the right page I'm on, just check I've got the move right. Yes, I'm also hoping here to invoke my going solo, which is when you directly engage a threat entirely on your own. I can roll superior instead of danger.
Sounds like you're doing that as well.
Yep.
All right, and then I should probably roll to charge up my powers as well.
Yes, roll those conditions.
All right, so that's 7 plus 2, so 9.
Mark a condition and hold 3.
Okay.
And that's an 8 on my directly engage.
So you get to choose one.
Yeah, so I think actually, even without looking, I think the one I'm going to do is I'm going to create an opportunity for my team, or someone on my team. I think basically I am going to draw the attention of the American Empire forces here, because I've made an obvious attack on them, and I think that distraction is enough to free up the other people to engage Deimos without like interference.
I think like what happens is like if and correct me if I take the actions wrong. Like you jump forward with your speed, like you're suddenly in front of Max and punching him in the face. He falls down. The soldiers see you like you're like you're many feet away, many meters away. Close the distance in the blink of an eye. Punch their leader down. And there's an angry murder cat whose specialty is decimating American Empire people. They're kind of skittish right now, and they're focused on, they don't know what to do. Go this way, go that way. And that's when Max draws his like radiation gun and fires a blast at you. Take a powerful blow.
Sure thing. That's a 10.
Oh dear.
So I think oh yeah, I think I'm going to choose to lose control of myself or my powers in a terrible way. And I think, I will obviously, I'll let you kind of determine exactly how that looks. But I think what happens is that like he points the radiation gun at me, fires it, and I kind of raise my hand almost like instinctively, and the radiation kind of hits me in the hand, and then I just continue like sucking it out of the radioactive material inside the gun, and it probably then escalates from there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Like you keep absorbing as much radiation as you can, absorbing. Then you realize your power absorption has never, or power mimicry has never been that tested. And you start shaking, you start vibrating. You can almost feel like you're in, like you can swear you see the other dimension as you almost like vibrate back into our dimension. And tell me, which dimension finally feels the effect when you explode with, or you unleash the radiation you've absorbed?
I think it's got to be our home dimension. Yeah.
Oh dear. And I think, yeah, like Tina sees this and like runs over and grabs Professor Henry. It's like, okay, change of plans. Well, no. And they like teleport out of the room like right before the radiation blast hits. You know, the door appears, the soldiers run in, like the Solomon Industries soldiers run in, and they're not going to be having a good time. But yeah, others, are you taking this opportunity to run towards Deimos and take care of him?
I think I think Victor's got this. I think Victor pushes the collar into Null's hands, and he staggers underneath the weight for a second as Void bounds into action. And I think at first it looks like Void has got it under control, and so we're in the moment where I think maybe Deimos is charging towards us as well.
Yeah, Deimos is definitely charging down the hill towards you.
Right. So,
since you've
who
got
wants
the
to directly
collar,
engage? Yeah.
Since you've got the collar, let me distract this thing that you can put it on him.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, okay, I will now distract something, would still be directly engage it, right?
You could unleash your powers to change the environment.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
or
could
provoke
unleash
it.
my power. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so there's a lot of rubble lying around here, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take a big piece of rubble, and I mean a really big piece, and then just chuck it at Deimos and yell at it. Here, see me. Come, I will juggle you and these ruins. If you come.
You provoking or unleashing?
I don't know. I think I might actually be provoking. I mean, provoking might be work as well as a distraction, right?
Yeah. Roll plus superior.
Okay, so superior, come on. Yeah, I've got a 7, I've got an 8. So That
Okay.
means I have not opened up my basic moves, which was a mistake. Damn.
I get to make the choice this time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. I think you toss this rock at Deimos, and it charges through it, breaks the boulder as best it can, but then like lands down on the ground, shaking itself, and you realize like there's like this exhaling of rock dust from its vent system, and it is stumbled. You get +1 forward against your next roll on Deimos.
Cool. Can I give that to Alan?
I'm fine with that.
Cool. Because he's got the collar.
Yeah. What do you think Hollow's going? I can imagine like a full on like 1-2, and then Alan jumps in with a collar at the end if Hollow wants to do an attack on Deimos as well to stumble it further, because I think this is the big boss kind of thing, so it needs softening.
Yeah. Here's the thing, that makes sense, and it's probably what Sunny and Null are both assuming that Hollow's gonna do, because Hollow has been such a team player thus far. But he is angry and insecure simultaneously. His childhood bully just appeared out of nowhere with AK-47s pointed at all his friends. He's gonna unleash a reality storm on them.
So it's like, Hollow, go.
So let's go ahead and see how that behaves itself. Badly. Very badly. So that's a 5 plus, what do I roll with that?
Freak.
Okay, if it's that, then I got a 7. I think he will spend an extra burn to avoid collateral damage.
Gotcha. So, yeah, and you're unleashing this on Max and his forces?
Basically. And I think he just, burst teleports them, basically. Like, they just go from all being in a group to there's some, 100 feet over there, there's one over there, there's one, half of the ground, there's one up in the sky.
Yeah.
And then, gravity ensues, and
I think, 2 of them are on top of Deimos, really fucking scared right now.
Yeah, and a couple of them got, teleported with, a chunk of dirt, and some of them are, upside down or sideways, and it's just, a complete mess.
One's in our dimension looking really confused.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and I think that's when Deimos begins, shaking off the people on its back, and again lets out this large roar, and these 2 huge blades extend from its sides as it tries to... it was going to, maybe try to charge at these group of people to take them out, but now everyone's around it, and it's a cat with so many mice to chase. What do?
I think that's when Null will, he'll jump up onto the side to jump down. And he's like, Hollow, oh, okay. And then he jumps straight as Deimos unleashes the blades. He's like, right. And I will, I think, directly engage a threat to try and, I think, rodeo the cat. That's 5. And I'm at 0. So that has gone bad.
You get a +1.
Oh yeah, I got a +1, but that's 6. So
Let's have yes, expand the team. I mean, I'm still there. I'm still throwing rocks at that thing just to distract it. It's smaller rocks this time, but
maybe you pull up a rock and since Null is having to hold this entire thing, pick up the rock that Null is standing on and throw him at Deimos.
Oh, right, I can throw him at Deimos. That's a good idea. I throw him at Deimos. Yeah.
Yeah, we do the fastball special.
Yeah.
That's the first time you've done it without your brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So yeah, I think you fly through the air, you jump off the rock at the right time, you slam the collar down, hit the activation switch. What do you choose your option?
I choose as my option. Um, Take something from, like, what's this collar going to do to them? What did we?
It's going to diminish its powers greatly, and for what I did mechanically, it's going to inflict 2 conditions on it instead of just 1 from this attack, and eliminate one of the reactions that it has.
Okay, I think that sounds like take something from them. Like, I'm taking away its powers, right?
If
Like,
you
I'm
want to
taking
take
away.
something from it, I'll take away like another reaction as well as you activate this, so it's more effective.
Yeah, I think that fits the the narrative
Yeah.
of me putting the collar on.
Yeah, so you thrust the collar, and I think there you hear like the vents like as the cat like begins wobbling and like tries to activate its missile system. Click, 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 click. Tries to activate the mouth laser, and then it just finally like begins bucking and rolling and trying to get you in an area where it can swing its swords at you, and then finally just throws you off and I think slams you into the ground as you take a powerful blow from just being chucked hard.
And I roll a miss because I don't have any conditions marked. So
Yeah. So how do you stand strong at this toss?
I think it's the kinetic redirection. Like it throws me, and just like as I hit the wall, it's just like a flash of light, and I just go sliding all the way around like the ridge of this thing, and it's just kind of like the Silver Surfer or Iceman, kind of like just skating away.
Yeah, and so with I think Max is still next to Void at this moment, but that's when Deimos begins charging towards you both, and while the mouth laser and the missile system are deactivated, and Deimos looks quite a little dangerous still. It takes a wild swipe at Void, and I think unless someone wants to defend him.
I want to defend him. Or maybe you want to do that as he's your brother.
Or does Void have something he wants to do?
Well, I was going to say what I'm actually going to do because, despite the fact that he's clearly a prick, I was going to attempt to get Max out of the way because this is clearly out of his pay grade, and I don't want to see him get mauled by a robot cat. But if then someone wants to come in to stop me from getting messed up, that's cool.
I mean, I have a move that would help me defend a teammate, so
you go for it. I think Null is still dealing with the excess energy of his,
okay. So
Null is still sliding.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try to throw Deimos for a change.
Yeah, so I imagine a Void crouches over Max, like he's going to pick him up, but then we just see the claw coming down at a Void, and roll to your move, Sunny.
Okay, yeah, my move is I know what I am. Once per scene, when you defend a teammate, you can shift Savior up and another label down, in addition to any other benefits from the move, even on a miss. So I will shift Savior up, which will bring me to a 3. And I will shift, I guess, at this point, I will shift Mundane down because I don't feel very mundane and I have a pretty nutty hat. So then I will roll defend. And yeah, it's a 13. So I guess
you do it well, and you get a choice. Do you add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition?
I don't think I have any conditions. And if I do, I automatically add a team to the pool anyway. So I will take influence over Deimos if I can.
No, you take influence over who you protect. That would be Void or Max.
Right. Okay. I think Max seems like a good idea to have influence over that kind of asshat.
Yeah, so I think you this claw comes down, and we see Sunny with that hat on, and grab the paw and just keep it up without any sweat, and you hear the gyros and Deimos spinning and whirring, trying to crush this person. Cracks appear under the ground under Sunny, or Artemis, but they don't give. They are standing strong, and Deimos is furious, and that's when the sword blades begin to swing forward instead of just on its side. And I think you have a move for taking a blow from a very powerful opponent, don't you, Artemis?
Oh, I do, yes. It's called, let me see, Never Give Up, Never Surrender. When you take a powerful blow from someone with far greater power than you, use this move instead of the basic move, roll plus Savior. On a hit, you stand strong and choose 1. So that seems like a good idea. Let's see. Okay, I've still got a 9. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition. You get an opportunity or opening against your attacker. You rally from the hit and inspire the team. Add 1 team to the pool. You keep your attacker's attention. That's on a hit, yeah. I think I will keep the attacker's attention at that point. Because, I mean, we have already enough team in the pool, and,
Yeah.
I will mark the condition. I think I'm a bit afraid. I mean, standing under this giant cap thing with all the shiny bits it has, that's a bit scary, actually.
Yeah. And then I think the swords come at you. You I think move out of the way quickly enough, but it cuts your feather in half. And
My feather.
and I'll turn to let's see. I want to turn to Hollow real quick. Do you want to maybe activate your moment of truth?
I'm trying to decide if it should be this round or next round that I do that. I feel like maybe what he would do right now is just roll to overwhelm a vulnerable foe and just get Max out of this situation. Like, not even to like take him out, like to win, but to be like, you don't want this. You need to be not here.
that sounds right. I was like, look, I don't like you, but I don't want you dead.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's like, what? He's like 16, maybe 17. He doesn't need to be involved in this bullshit. So yeah, I'm going to roll plus danger, so that gives me an 8. And so yeah, no, I think he literally just turns to Max and just says, like, you need to leave, and like puts a hand on his chest and like just fucking teleports him with whatever power he's got left. He's been burning through a lot. He's out of burn. He's been throwing all kinds of adult moves around.
Yep, you choose 2 on a 7 to 9.
Okay. On a 7 to 9. Okay.
And I will explain, if you hurt your foe more than intended, it will be hurting his ego, not his physical form.
Okay. I will accept that. So he's going to be like, he's going to hate me now, but that's fine. And I'll take a powerful blow because I can't afford to cause collateral. I am like right next to all of my friends.
Yep.
So I will roll that. Do I roll with conditions?
You do.
Oh, this is going to go poorly. Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 5 plus 3, so 8.
You choose 1 from the 7 to 9 list.
Okay. Take powerful blow. Where is it? There it is. I think I give ground.
Okay. And I think, if I may, the giving ground is your compatriots that you're trying to get out of the American Empire are too afraid now. They're bolting for the portal.
Okay.
And now Deimos has more targets.
Yeah.
but I will then go to Void. Max has been taken out of your hands. You are seeing Sunny, or seeing Artemis dodge and weave around Phobos's many swings of these giant sabers. You are at the moment by yourself, and the caller is keeping the weapon system from activating. What do you do?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to seeing like the moment of like distraction that Sunny is providing. I think that I'm going to actually no, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leap up onto Demis's back, and place my just basically place my hands onto their carapace and start to. I'm essentially going to try and like leech the energy out of them, leech sort of the power out of them, and try and deactivate them that way.
Yeah, we do know there's like an actual mortal cat in there, so you can vitality absorb the energy from the cat.
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm guessing this is maybe me going for an unleash.
It can be unleash or directly engage, I would say.
Cool. Yeah, I think this is more unleash. I think what I want to do is I think this feels more like me trying to like set up an opportunity to diminish Phobos more than actually sort of take them out kind of thing. So yeah, Deimos, sorry. And that's it was almost an 8, and then it changed its mind. That's a 7.
Okay. So is it temporary or unstable, or do you mark a condition to make it effective?
I think actually, despite my love for marking conditions, I think in this instance it will probably just be temporary or unstable. My inclination is it's probably just I'm not able to like completely sap their energy permanently, but it's for the moment they're running on less power.
I think like what it is, like you do like a soft reboot. No shade, Alan, and like it just like it powers down right. It's just going to like charge at Artemis and towards the people running for the portal, and it just like flops like a cat over and like makes you roll off of it, and then you hear like the whirs, the gyros going again as it starts to get back up.
That's cool, yeah.
Null, what are you doing at the moment?
So Max is out of the fight, but what about the rest of the American Empire soldiers?
I think because Max was their leader and they were mooks, they're going to be like they're running away now. They're trying to get back to the American Empire.
So they're scattering, and Deimos is down, kind of for the moment, isn't it? Like,
yeah, this is a moment where you might be able to do something to Deimos or help the people get to the portal and out of here.
Yeah, I mean, what would it helping people get to be the?
Like just pick up, like run by someone with your speed, pick them up, throw them through the portal, run back, pick someone up, throw them through the portal, run back, pick someone up, throw them through the portal.
Here's my concern.
Yeah.
We just had a radioactive bomb go off.
Yes, you did.
In the room that the portal goes to.
Yep.
Well, is that?
I feel like that might be Hollow's moment of truth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is like he's going through and just like trying to make sure the way is clear, because he doesn't necessarily know about the bomb, but he does know that there was a huge fucking fight going out there. There was Tina and all of the Dead End Queens were trying to like hold this mob off. He wants to make sure his friends aren't going to jump straight into gunfire. So he teleports in there and he's like, oh,
yeah, like,
this is bad.
Yeah, your sanctuary's Geiger counter just like...
Thankfully, I was the one who jumped in there because I am the only one who's not physically there and can't take radiation damage. So I think his moment of truth is going to be him just like plugging himself like directly into like the computer of his like transmitter and just like streaming all of the information he would need to transform the teleporter so that the portal goes to a different location.
Ooh. I love that. Yeah.
And he's gonna do his level best to drop everybody like right in, probably just like Quetzal's living room.
Fill up the training theater.
Yep. So yeah, I've kind of like isolated myself. Like I'm alone in Solomon Industries. You guys have a way to get like immediately out of there.
Yeah, and like now, do you want to roll to like try and get people out of into the portal? No, like have a moment of helping people away from Deimos.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go and
Roll
grab
plus freak.
the mother and baby that falls over in the dirt as they're running out. Ooh, that is only a 5.
Ooh. Yeah, so
But
go ahead.
multiple people can spend team, right? If
Yes.
we're helping, so we can get you to 7, if that's okay with you, if that's what you want. Well,
Yeah.
or you want to fail.
I wouldn't mind maybe being in danger from Deimos,
Okay.
just for the
Cool.
the drama. You know what I mean?
I think like this is like you are getting everyone, like you're dashing back and forth, but you're not seeing Deimos like wake back up, and the eyes glow this sinister blue, and it sees you like taking like the last person out there, this last victim, and it roars loudly, this like concentrated blast of sound that knocks into you. You are taking, I think you're going to mark a condition and take a powerful blow afterwards.
That sounds good to me. I will take afraid, and I will take a powerful blow. Which is an 8. So that is I think I give ground and the opposition gets an opportunity. Like I think maybe like it knocks me like flying away from the portal, you know, like far away.
Yeah. And then I think we turn to Artemis, who sees Null just get like tossed.
That cat got up again, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think what I want to do now is I want to just get there, take that cat. I mean, cats have this spot in their backs where you grab them and they can't do anything, right? So, okay, this is a giant monster cat and there's a lot of metal there, but I am very strong and I have this bow and I will try to use that as a lever and with my strength to just grab it and hold it.
Okay.
Because it's a stupid cat.
And I think Sydney made a good point. After this roll, we'll do a bio break.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm trying to unleash my powers at the cat, but just holding it with the giant strength and stuff like that. I'm not trying to do anything else. But I want to change the situation, or maybe no, it's up. No, it's directly engaging a threat. I guess. I mean, this.
Oh, and you're unafraid. So yeah, this is gonna.
Yeah, I know. I'm afraid, and this is going to roll at -2, but I don't know what else I can do. So I have to hold this stupid cat. I have to. Oh, maybe wait. Fight the good fight. When you pull your punches, I am pulling my punches. Not trying.
Good.
So I can roll with +1. That's okay. That's a lot better. Yeah, and that gives me an 8. Ooh, good.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So yeah, I think you will scruff the cat, and like that's when like its tail will whip up, and like the last weapon it has left like hits you in the back, and this burst of electricity hits you.
Oh.
But you can do you want to stand strong since this is still a much more powerful never give up, never surrender?
Never give up, never surrender. I don't. I mean, this I'm a member of this legacy. We don't know when to quit. Yeah, got a 12. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, you do well. Yeah, and we will figure out what option you choose when you get back. I think when we get back, let's take a
Okay.
bio break, and we will be back when Alan and Null's computer boots back up.
Ooh.
We can chat while Will is away if we would like. Or at least maybe see what result Artemis picked up from that wonderful roll.
Oh yeah, I had an idea and then I forgot it. And now I think I have an idea. I will choose you get an opportunity or opening against your attacker, and what I think I'll do is I drag it towards the portal because we have to take it with us. So that's the opportunity that we might push it through.
I think I have a great opportunity for you as well.
Ooh, I'm excited, scared, both.
I think you'll be more in awe when it happens.
Oh gosh.
And I may be making a pun there. We'll see. And someone's being smug, so I'm excited to see how this all plays out.
I also just wanted to check, actually, while we're waiting. I'm guessing that physical Hollow wasn't among the refugees we helped escape. Cool.
And that is why someone is smug. There are plans within plans within plans. Or narrative within narrative, I guess, not plans in PBTA.
I am so pleased that I managed to time out my Doom track correctly. Because it would have been like so lame if we had ended and I only had like 2 Doom signs. Like we weren't even that close. Or if I had like died halfway through. Or had to like stop using my powers at a certain point. But chef kiss. I am at 3 out of 5 on my last Doom track. I have no other signs to mark except I die.
That was well timed indeed.
And I did not plan this at all. This has just happened. I don't think any of us planned these doom signs being like this. Hollow, like Sydney, you're also like I had this person is actually in the Discord we're in, telling me like this is how all dooms are played. Like no doomed ever starts with these powers and does like in this direction. It's like it like said like exactly how Hollow's been played. It's like yeah, no, I know someone who's done that.
I am an unconventional creature.
Well, Will should be on soon, either on new device or restarted one.
I guess it depends on whether he's got updates.
Well, he said in the Google or the Hangouts that he'd set to another device if it's going to take too long.
Okay.
And he said in 10 minutes, and it was 11 minutes ago, so he's probably been kidnapped by aliens. We should go there. David, you're the closest.
Break quarantine, travel to another country, save.
I think you're in the same country, Will and Dave, right?
Oh, yeah, Will and Dave are, but the rest of us.
The rest of us, well, yeah. Yeah.
I would have to portal.
Oh.
I can take a train.
Welcome back.
There he is. No train necessary.
Okay, so
but we can hear him.
Oh, no.
I can hear him.
No, I can't hear you.
Yeah, we'll let you know when the sound is working.
Nope. He's going to try something and get back to us, I think.
That was the best thing about upgrading my microphone, actually. aside from the fact that I have like the thing on an arm now, so I can kind of gesticulate more without knocking things over, was the one I had before, which was the I had a snowball. I still have it technically, but and for whatever reason, like 1 out of every 3 sessions, almost exactly, that I went into, it just stopped working, and I had to like restart everything to get it working again. It's like no reason for it; it just stopped, and it's like it was so like almost predictable as well. It's like I haven't had it for a couple of times, so this is probably going to be the one where it just randomly stops working.
Does this work?
Yes.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Ferret, you're muted now.
Haha! This opportunity you get, Artemis. You have scruffed this war cat. You are dragging it around, and that's when you hear this weird whir, this weird click, and a hiss of steam or of mist as the guts of the cat open up, and you see inside, able to be removed. Oh, it is what was the cat's name? Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly. They started with the same initial.
Yeah. You see Dolly, and the cat looks up at you. Meow.
Oh my God, that poor thing. Where's Victor? He's the cat whisperer, I guess.
Call Simon Wetzel quickly.
He doesn't have that cell things here. Sorry. No, I will. Is Victor near?
Yeah, Void can be near.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Victor Void a little bit like, help, look, cat.
Yeah, and I think that Void will come over and kind of crouch down and start beckoning to the cat and say, Sonny, Alan, you need to get this thing through to the other side. I think that will be enough. I'm gonna try and find Hollow.
Okay.
I can get us back.
You can get Hollow back, right?
Yes.
Okay. You got this?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
And I imagine like Void just handing Dolly over to Null.
And Null's like,
Be nice to the poor kitty. I'll take this thing and I'll just sling some paw of this giant mechanical beast, and I'm taking it because we shouldn't leave it lying around where the American Empire can find it.
Smart. Yeah, so Hollow, I believe you had a course of action, not a plan.
Hollow has the inklings of an idea. So he... Oh, shit. I don't think he has a means of... Does he have a means of communicating with you?
The Quetzal.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, no, he does. Okay, so he is in the middle of... He is a hard light projection. He cannot leave Solomon Industries. And he pulls out the Quetzal, and I think like the technology is like starting to fry. Like even as he's typing, like there's so much like radiation and shit going on. What is the situation in there, by the way? Is it just me? Did Tina manage to hold everybody off?
Tina got Professor Henry. It only affected this room, thankfully, because Solomon Industries is like really well protected.
Yeah.
But the soldiers who walked into the room are not having a good time.
Oh, jeez. I think he's gonna like try to drag those guys like past the bolt door, and just like he's like running, grabbing this person, running back here, and he's just like, "Are you guys through the portal yet? It would really help if you were." And just like runs and like fixes the portal, runs back to this guy, throws him out there, runs back to the portal, types it there, checks the phone.
So yeah, does anyone type back that they can get back?
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at Victor and I say, "Hey, Hollow texted that he's over there." So
I think he's just like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. He's just gonna call. He's just gonna try and start a group call with everyone.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so he's like, as he's like typing like on two hands, and then he eventually puts it to speaker so he can put it down and be typing with both hands. And he's like, okay, so if I unplug myself, I can get my physical body to leave, but as soon as I get my physical body to leave, then I can't be here maintaining the portal, and the portal's going to go down. So you guys get through it. You can keep watching on the other side or whatever. I sort of think I have a plan. Are you guys good?
I think I can get you back too. I have an idea.
I have a jet. Is it better than that?
What? And I would like to pierce the mask with my what? That is an 8, and pierce the mask is off. What is it off?
Mundane.
Mundane. So that is an 11 then. So
Ask 3.
What are you really planning?
He is planning to make sure that you guys are on the right side of the portal, because he doesn't want you guys trapped in an alien dimension that you know nothing about. He at least wants to be in a different dimension, sort of. And then he has, because this is an old, like, ass military base that he's been living in for several years, he rummaged up a small jet. And mechanically, he's going to use his Doom power, infinite power, to just use Kirby Craft. And just have an alien tech vehicle. And he's going to just, like, make, like, one frantic run to see if he can get the jet, like, to the portal before it collapses on its own.
Oh, infinite powers allows you to take abilities from other playbooks, not moves. For
abilities?
one. Yeah, like the telekinesis, the super speed, the super strength.
That's boring and lame.
Because I thought exactly what you did one time, and I took it. It's like, oh, well, it doesn't work this way.
Yeah, that's how it works in like Monster Hearts, because you have like the Infernal has like the one move. It's like you can use a move,
but you can take teleportation as a move.
Yeah, or you could take weird machines. I think there is a power that lets you influence machines.
Screw it. I'll just use weird machines and just do the same thing.
Yeah, that works.
You could just use alien tech, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same difference, basically.
Okay, and my
Kirby Craft has a role for maneuvering a thing. So yeah.
With your worst stat.
I think we know what you want us to do, right? Like, I know what you want me to do. I know what you intend to do. Do I have influence over you?
Yep.
Okay. So I think, how can I make sure that your character gets through the portal?
Clear a runway. Because I'm going to be coming in hot. Oh, shit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My thing is exploding, and I don't know why. Okay, so yeah. You guys can clear a runway, because I'm going to be coming in hot, and the fewer bodies in my way, the easier it is for me to be going full speed.
Okay, cool. I think I don't have any more questions on, despite having 3.
And I will say also, your moment of truth, I will say, is still active, so you can narrate what happens next and be the MC for this scene.
Okay. So because it's the final scene, and I think it's cool, and it's how I would want to do like the sequel now that he's not the Doomed anymore, I'm going to say he's got like this weird fucking prototype anti-grav jetpack suit thing, like Rocketeer style, like early retro Man in Space thing that he's like hooked himself up to, and he just comes like full speed. Like you see, like in the distance, there's like a panel where you actually realize, oh, that's the mountain that we've always seen him being on. And just like thinking back, he's like, oh, okay, obviously his place was always on a mountain. Why did we think it was in the plains? And so you see like a flash of light coming down from there, and it just kind of swoops his way in. and as he's like coming in at like Mach speed, like probably gonna wreck the drama dome as he comes through this portal, it starts fritzing out, and he goes through it. You see him go into it, but he just doesn't come out the other side. He is somewhere else.
Yeah. So the others have gotten safely across the other side. Where did you send the portal to, Hollow, for the other people of the American Empire and your teammates? To the Drama Dome, right?
Yeah, I dropped everybody in the drama dome.
Yeah. So I think that Null comes in with with Dolly. And Quetzal's Quetzal has all these people sort of milling about the Drama Dome, and he's slapping one. Don't eat my birds. Why is everyone like a cat? And he sees the other cat. And he sees the cat's like, oh no, no. And then Artemis comes in with the huge mecha cat. Okay, I like the small one better.
Yeah, well, this one can be a lot of fun once we reprogram it. I guess maybe I always wanted to ride a giant cat.
Wait, what happened to Solomon Industries? What about everyone back there?
I guess the portal drew us over here somehow. I have no idea. Oh gosh, I'm going to call Tina.
Yeah, I think you call Tina. And you get this voicemail right now, and it's just I think she gave you her real number, not like the burner phones she uses. And you get this is Tina out making mischief. Leave a message.
Okay, here, you take care of that cat. I think she might still be in Solomon Industries. I'll be back.
If I can toss out one more thing from probably my moment of truth, is something he would have done while he was defending the portal was just activate the radiation alarms of everyone evacuate.
Oh yeah,
and this is the potential nuclear bomb. Everybody just get out. This lab is done for.
Yeah, but I think what happens is as soon as you press the button off, you feel that energy of Norse magic coming on, and Tina teleports with the rest of the Dead End Queens into the Drama Dome, and that's when you hear the ping of a message received on her cell phone. And I think Bettina is just panting, tired, and just her eyes kind of roll in her head, and she slumps into a seat, just completely worn out.
Have I found her at that point of time, or do I still think that she's at Solomon Industries?
No, she's in the Drama Dome. She's in the Drama Dome theater. You see her teleport in with everyone.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, then I stop running for the Solomon Industries. And then I return and say hi.
Hey, did you do it?
Yeah, we won, I guess.
I got everyone out. It's gonna, everyone. It's gonna damage my street cred, especially saving Zachary Solomon. That jerk.
Okay. Well, I mean, you did him a favor, and he's a bad guy. How does that damage your street cred?
He has a great PR team. He'll find a way. But I mean, I think she looks at it, she's like, maybe going completely good wouldn't be that bad of a thing.
I mean, I would absolutely endorse that, as you can guess, probably.
And I think she smiles, pulls down the seat next to her and pats it for you.
I'm still too kind of energized by the whole thing, That was fucking scary, but we did it. So my feather got chopped in half. And I have to explain that to Quetzal because it was his head, and it's totally irrelevant. We did it. Damn.
And I think she just grins well, are you just going to stand there, or and she like gets her
No,
last bit of energy, stands up. It's like, come on, bring it in.
and Sunny, she wasn't. They weren't standing. They were just like bouncing around the bed, like moving, and all the nervous energy kind of pouring off of them. But when Tina says bring it in, then Sunny will step up and say, "Hey, okay, let's just." Oh my god! And then she stopped. Stop talking and kiss Tina.
Yeah. I'm like, do they like use that energy to like dip Tina into the kiss, or
Only if Tina wants to.
oh, Tina definitely wants to.
Oh, then no, totally.
Yeah, and I think it's like this is going on. Ilya comes over to Void, and his armor is like dinged up. His hair is all messed up, but he's like, comic book handsome messed up. And he grins at Void, and it's like, can you take your mask off a little bit right now?
I mean, I do have a secret identity to uphold, but if you can, help conceal what I do reveal, and he's just going to like lift it up enough to reveal his mouth.
Yeah. And it's like that's all we need right now. And he will lean in for a kiss. And does Void get kissed back?
Or? Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I think after that, he looks at Null and just grins and gives him a thumbs up, and then like a Cryptid comes over, like picks up Dolly, like holds her like a little doll, like comforting the cat, and looks at Null. It's like, you don't hold a cat this way. What are you doing?
Holding a cat?
Like, this poor thing looks like it must be. Actually, it looks pretty docile. What happened?
I think it's been in a murder machine for like 3 years or something.
Oh, you poor baby. Let's get you some treats. And like, she completely ignores Null, and she like does like a 180 and walks with the cat.
Is Professor Henry around at all?
Yes, Professor Henry came with the Dead End Queens.
Yeah. So, is that thing safe now?
Yeah, and Professor Henry looks like I think like activates the collar to turn off all the devices that the machine has. Like, yeah, without its power core, it's basically just like you cannot power it without the correct animals. This is a useless husk of machinery. I mean, you can take it apart and repurpose it, but as is, it's a statue.
Okay. Whew. Well, where's Hollow?
I thought you knew where he was.
Dun dun dun.
And I think that's when Quetzalcoatl is like comes over and it's like, looks at all three of you. What did happen? Where is Hollow?
What do you mean? Where is Hollow? He called us. He said he'd be here. Well, I'll call him. I mean,
everyone breaks out their cat's call phones and starts trying to call Hollow.
So yeah, I think the Quetzalcoatl, he never really had like a physical like cell phone. It was hooked up to like his transmitter, and it was just like he had jerry-rigged it into like the PA system, so you can kind of like you just kind of hear like the quiet echoing of like his sanctuary, and like somewhere like very faintly in the distance you hear "We'll Meet Again" playing, kind of like faintly tinny in the background.
Oh dear.
Damn.
I think for the first time you see Quetzalcoatl like start crying, and he hugs the three of you close to him and just, he's got to be okay, doesn't
But he
he?
called. He told us he'd be here. We have to go back.
I think Professor Henry just like says, I don't think the portal's going to work again, especially after.
Yeah, well, then build a new one. We
I will.
can't leave him there.
That'll take time. I'll get on it. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'll have to go through Aeon.
Whatever. We need to find him. He's our friend. We can't leave him out there. That's not what we do.
I knew I should have stayed.
I think that's like when Ilya sort of like grasps Void from behind, like, sort of not possessively, but like, no. And I think like Venus Flytrap walks up, looking all glorious in their botanical splendor. It's like,
wait, I have an idea.
Ooh, go on.
Yeah, she didn't really mean it, but my grandma said something about going through Hades to the American Empire. Guess I'm going to try that. And we can leave it there.
Yeah, I think like Venus Flytrap, I think, and I think Tina like gives a thumbs up. It's like, hey, first hero mission. I'm down. And I think that means like we turn the page, several months later or something, and we can get to epilogues. But just to make sure, who wants to go first in case things change? Because
I have a pretty distinct idea in mind for like an epilogue after credits, Marvel Cinematic User teaser trailer moment for Hollow.
Okay.
Which is, you kind of see like that last scene, like from his perspective, is like as he is like bolting straight for the portal. It doesn't turn off; it just changes to like space, and you see him just like blast through it, and he ends up like in a completely different area. And there's like a quick montage of like you see like some kind of like lights come on like this junky, very cyberpunk, like eclipse phase junker spaceship comes on, and you see like this kind of like lanky bug-eyed dude just be like, hey guys, you'll never believe it, I found an alien.
Call Taserface. Yeah. So who wants to go next? Then I will call on someone.
I mean, I can go next.
Okay, I was going to call on you anyway.
Okay, so I've got an idea. So we see Sunny, and what we see is that their costume has changed a bit. This is not the skimpy little dress. It's more, they have somehow unlocked the armor that was always hidden in Artemis' gift. But it's a bit different than you'd expect because there are a lot of colorful feathers integrated into that armor. And their hair has grown out a bit, but they look pretty much confident in themselves. And they're somewhere in the underground, and right now they're telling a dog with 3 heads story about how they really herded a monster cat and what that was like.
I like to imagine like Cerberus is just like, a monster cat. Wow, I could have chased that.
Hey, maybe we can bring you the monster cat. I mean,
yeah, and next I want to see what happens with Victor.
Yeah, so I think very much in the post-credit teaser mode, we just see a shot of Victor, and it probably is actually Victor at the minute. I think he's not actually wearing a costume at the moment, in one of those like shots where it's difficult to tell what the room actually is because it's got like, you know, the weird lighting going on. But there is a like a mannequin with a new like super suit on it. Exactly what it looks like, I personally haven't decided yet. The one very obvious thing about it though is that it doesn't have a mask on it.
And we go to Alan. What happens with you?
I think Alan is back at Aeon with Professor Henry. You know, with a mock-up of the portal technology from Solomon Industries, and there's all kinds of like sci-fi bullshit going on in the background, like coordinates and people looking puzzled and a group of people, everyone all looking seriously and maybe a little picture of Hollow somewhere in the corner. And I think that after he walks out of there and goes up the fire escape onto the rooftop of the building where he sits down with Void and they have some sandwiches on the top of the roof on his lunch break. Void in his full costume and Alan just in his normal civvies.
That's good. And with that, I will end the episode. Thanks for everyone who followed with us this entire trade. We may see more of these characters going later in life, because New Gauntlet City is a living world, and well, I enjoyed the ride. I hope everyone else did. Goodbye, Internet.